when I put it in my mouth, it doesn't taste like shit. It tastes like fucking milk chocolate, and I love it.
So if you close your eyes and somebody pisses on you, do you tell yourself it's raining?
Cup to cup.
Willie Mays Hayes himself is in the building.
Willie Mays Hayes.
You gonna are we Willie Mays Hayes first movie or second?
Obviously the first movie.
Fuck, I can't think of the movie right now.
Major League and Major
League, yeah.
This is a spoiler alert for later in the episode.
Oh.
I figured it had something to do with that. Which character is this? I cannot picture.
He's the fast one who can't really like hit that well, but he's super fast.
Yes. And they start like he has that little like the GM or the owner. They start like taking the clothes off of her by every time he steals a base.
Yes, that's well, no, it's not every time he steals a base, it's every time they win a game.
Oh, I thought it was stolen base. Oh no, his is the gloves.
This is embarrassing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is.
It's not that embarrassing.
And then the second movie is where he starts trying to hit home runs and just, flies out every time.
Yeah, pretty much. Why does Kevin sound hungover?
How can you be hungover if you haven't drank anything the night before?
Still hungover from Friday.
Yeah.
It's maybe a possibility. That was a very eventful evening, but also a very long morning, if you will.
What happened Friday?
What happened? We did the Christmas show.
Unless you're like in the circle or like on the show, we didn't tell anybody we were recording on Friday.
Well, yeah, we did our Christmas movie bracket show. Broke down all the best Christmas movies based off of the listeners' rankings. So, and we did lots of drinking and lots of shenanigans. It was good times.
Yep, we turned it into a drinking game, which will be explained on that episode. So,
I'm still wondering if I'm going to put your pissed off friend on our show or not.
Yeah, I'd probably skip that one.
I forgot about that. That was towards the end of the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not sober at the end.
I don't think anybody was, to be honest.
Yeah. And Chris, I hung out with Chris and Jose last night, and Chris mentioned that, and I was like, holy shit, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. He was angry.
Was he angry at me specifically?
Because you said something, and then I said something thinking he'd remember who I was. And I think he did, but I don't think it helped that he remembered who I was. So
he rarely does.
I think he was also drunk, so... But anyways.
Yeah, cool. Kev, give us an intro.
Welcome, everybody, to Cup to Cup. Whoa, wait a second. I just lost my train of thought for a second. I'm not drunk. I wish I was. I will be in about an hour or so, though.
Wait, are you drinking?
What? No. I'm not drinking. I'm drinking coffee.
You said I will be in about an hour.
Well, yeah, once the Packer game starts up and stuff.
That's in 3 hours.
Well, whatever,
In that pre-game.
It's a Bears game. I got to get ready. Welcome, everybody, to Cup to Cup Show, episode number 7. I got my boy Chase here.
Yo.
You really need something different than
nope.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
That's his thing.
That's my thing, bro.
Jason's here as well.
Hello.
You guys are so fucking awkward. About as awkward as that intro was, but whatever.
It's round 2. You had 2 chances and you fucked up both.
Shut it.
All right, so that was a beautiful intro. We've already discussed a little bit about the Christmas bracket. I don't want to do any teasers. I kind of responded to Kev. He asked me to send me the final bracket, and I said, why?
He basically said, fuck off. Yeah.
I read the text twice, and I was like, damn, that came off as a dick thing to say. Maybe I should have said, why? What can I do to help you?
Instead of I so loud, Jason.
Sorry. I'm actually awake, and you aren't.
I'm very much awake. I've been up since 7.
So now you're tired again.
I'm not 85. I don't wake up and take naps in the middle of the day and eat dinner at 5 o'clock,
Does anybody do that here?
No, I
My
don't think
wife
so.
does.
I wasn't like calling anybody out.
I felt guilty for a second. I'm like, fuck, I don't do that. Chase, do you do that?
Nope, but my wife does.
She eats at 5.
We eat pretty early, but no, probably not 5.
Yeah. Mine's like 6 or 7, depending on like the day.
6 sounds accurate.
Yeah. If I eat too early, then I eat like a 5th meal at like 11 o'clock at night. It's not good.
We're just past the early bird special.
Oh, that's cute.
You'll be there one day.
Yeah.
Probably not that far in advance, actually.
Yeah. All right. Let's move to the movie bracket since we're almost to the final 4.
Wait, we are in the final 4, right?
No, we're 2 away. We'll be at the final 4 after this show.
It feels like it's the final 4.
Yeah.
These are so hard.
Yeah, so we'll move on to that and we'll let Chase take that over.
You know what? I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
So we currently are down to 6. We have 6 movies left. After today, we'll be at the final 4. Today, we're doing our last 2 into the final 4, which is the 1 seed, The Departed, versus the 8 seed, Inception. And we have the 2 seed, Wolf of Wall Street, versus the 7 seed, Catch Me If You Can. I love doing this Leo bracket because anytime I show friends or acquaintances this, there's always such different opinions.
Right?
Last night, our friends Lindsay and Andrew had a housewarming party, and I met a person I had never talked to before, and we were talking about movies, and I mentioned the Christmas bracket, and I mentioned the Leo bracket, and he was really interested to see the Leo bracket, so I showed it to him, and he told me that he would have Catch Me If You Can versus The Departed, I think he said would be his finals. So, yeah.
That man likes Catch Me If You Can, huh?
Dude, he loves it. He said that when he was a junior in college, the actual Frank Abagnale came to his college and like gave a speech. And
So
said,
he's got a little connection there. So that's a little, I can understand that.
Well, and it was kind of interesting. He said they like one of the questions they asked him was how accurate was the movie, and he said only 5 things were wrong, and even those 5 things were like pretty close to right. He said his mom never got remarried. His dad actually died of a heart attack. 1 or 2 other things, and he said, and the last thing was that it didn't take him 2 weeks to pass the bar in Louisiana. It took him 2.5 weeks.
Oh, I don't think that counts as a wrong thing.
Exactly. I think he purposely ended on that one to be like, hey, I'm really fucking smart.
I'm pretty much a badass.
Yeah, which I mean, he kind of is. So
it sounded like he was trying to be modest, but at the same time, no.
No, I don't think he was even trying to be modest. Yeah.
Well, in the movie, that guy is definitely not modest at all.
So. No, and I mean, as he should be, he's a genius, man.
Yeah, man.
It's good. So which movie do you want to hit first?
Why don't we start with Catch Me If You Can versus Wolf of Wall Street? Because I think the other one is a closer matchup. But
go, Kev.
Sorry to that guy that was at your party last night, but this is not close for me. I like both the movies. I do think that Catch Me If You Can is one of Leo's better movies, better performances. Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors of all time. But it doesn't matter. Wolf of Wall Street is one of the best films. I mean, it's up there for me. It's definitely up there. But it's not close for me. I'm going with The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty close one. Probably closer than a lot of people would say, because I really, 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 really like Catch Me If You Can. I mean, we've talked about it before. The combination of Tom Hanks, Leo, and Spielberg is tough to beat, but Wolf of Wall Street is such a great fucking movie with so many quotable lines. And I think Chris said it. It's like that movie's 2.5 hours, and it never once feels like it's 2.5 hours.
Right. Exactly.
So it's Wolf of Wall Street in a closer one than a lot of people would probably say, but that's too good.
I feel like you say that a lot.
I probably do, man. These movies are tough.
No, I agree.
You guys just suck each
All
other
right.
off.
I mean, do you think that that's that's a
Jason,
close?
your opinion. Time. Go.
Yeah.
I'm actually Catch Me If You Can.
Get the fuck out of here.
I will watch Catch Me If You Can. If it's on TV, I'll leave the channel on. Wolf of Wall Street, you have to be invested, I think, from the beginning to the end.
Absolutely not.
You said it could have been longer. I definitely disagree on that one. I felt like it was too long.
Wait, who said it could have been longer?
Kev, or insinuated on it. You said something about like it didn't feel. You didn't feel like 2.5 hours long or something like that. It felt long as fuck to me.
Okay, well, that's where we disagree.
Yeah. I'm glad that I disagree with you guys because every fucking movie you two agree on. So
we have very similar taste in movies,
everything,
shows, and music. We do.
Okay, well, I need two new co-hosts because it's boring.
Sometimes we even like to finish each other's
sandwiches. Yes, got it.
Cool. Let's move on to the second one because I was hoping I'd be the tiebreaker, but apparently that wasn't even the case. Let's go, Chase.
The Departed versus Inception. Jason, why don't you start on this one since you're...
No. I'm the tiebreaker here. I'm going to sit back and listen to you guys bullshit and suck each other off, and then I'm going to go in and give my 2 cents.
There will be no sucking off. Man, like I've watched both these movies many times. I spent all morning trying to make a decision. I mean, Inception, like visually, is probably visually, I think it's like one of the best movies of all time. Visually, like, and the idea of Inception itself is like mind blowing to me. Like the fact that people can come up with stuff like this, like their imagination is far beyond anything that I could ever imagine. With that being said, I also have a weakness for gangster movies, and Departed is definitely one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion. This could be a championship game for me. And it's also like one of the hardest. It's the hardest decision so far in the Leo bracket. I still haven't come up with an answer.
So you're stalling.
I'm talking myself through it because I know, like,
it's easy.
It's not easy.
Check it out. No, I'm not saying it's easy as the choices. It's all right. So you have the TV on. You have only 2 channels, and there's only one movie. Once you click that channel, it's on. What are you going to leave the movie on? Like, if it's in the middle of the movie, what movie are you leaving?
Why does it have to be in the middle? Why can't it be at the beginning?
And be at the beginning, be at the end. I don't give a shit. Just if you had one choice and you had to sit through the rest of it, that's all you can watch. You could choose. You have to choose.
I think I'm going to take The Departed. It could go either way, to be honest. But I don't want to look back at this and be like, I can't believe that I let Inception beat Departed. So I'm going with Departed. I think overall it's a better movie. I think visually, I think Inception's a better movie. But I like the story of The Departed better. I like the acting better in The Departed. And I thought it was... Dang, I don't know. I was about to say it's better directed, but I don't think it is. It's close on that one. So, yeah, I'm going with Departed, man.
So, like Kevin said, this one's tough. I've also gone back and forth. I think I definitely think The Departed is a better movie as a whole. But, this is my bracket, so I can do whatever.
Right.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. And Inception has a special place in my heart. Mary and I saw that movie together. We'd only been dating like 2 months when we saw that movie in theaters. We were actually like 15 minutes late to it.
Did you guys make out? Do people still make out in movie theaters? Is that a thing?
So. And Inception's a weird one to make out in too.
Yeah, you don't have any time to make out in that movie.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. We actually missed the first like 10 minutes of that movie, and like missing the first 10 minutes of Inception, like you're confused the whole rest of the movie. So we were like, what the fuck is going on? And then I've since watched it like 10 times. So Again, I think The Departed's probably a better movie. I think as a whole, the acting's better, the directing's close. The Departed's probably a better movie, but this is my fucking bracket, so I'm going with Inception.
And it's because
he loves his wife.
Well, because it's got a special place in my heart, and like you said, if they're both on, then maybe 5.5 times out of 10, I'm gonna watch Inception.
I like the half. I like it.
Yeah, 5.5 because it's so close. Again, I think The Departed is probably the better movie, but I don't care.
Nice. So it's up to me now.
Yep. Plus, I just wanted Jason to have to make a fucking decision.
Well, I know Jason's gonna pick Inception.
Do you now, sir?
Go ahead.
I'll give you very easy, short and sweet. The only reason why this movie is moving forward is because of one actor, and that is because of Jack Nicholson.
Woo!
It's a great movie, and I figured
he is one of my top 10 most favorite actors to watch all his movies. His I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if he's just like a cocky asshole or he's just funny. I love him, and I think he's an awesome actor, and that's the only reason why I go with The Departed.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was a little nervous you're gonna pick Inception. I was like,
"That's awesome." I didn't think you were playing the game. Like you're like, I can say the Inception because I know Departed's gonna move.
No, I definitely was like, I can pick Inception because Jason will vote on Departed anyways.
I thought about it for a while, and the only reason it just came to me just now, I'm like going through the movie because I actually was very entertained watching Inception, but then I forgot Jack Nicholson in that part, and then I started remembering his parts, and I'm like, no, it's The Departed.
No, I mean, again, it's probably got the better acting. Well, it definitely has the better acting. Yeah, and it's probably the better movie overall. So yeah,
not
that, crazy.
I mean, you could put Jack in any movie and he'd kill it, but like that was a perfect role for him.
It was.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. So final four is going to be Gangs of New York versus Wolf of Wall Street.
Woo.
And The Departed versus Django Unchained and Unchained if you're Jason.
Django and the Unchained.
I can't wait for that. Oh, another thing that a lot of more people than I thought have been telling me is they would have taken Blood Diamond over Gangs of New York. That one surprised me. I like both those movies, but I thought Gangs of New York was pretty easily better.
Yeah, I agree with that. With Chase, not the people.
Fuck the people.
I mean, Blood Diamond was good, but I feel like people overrate the shit out of that movie.
I kind of agree.
It tugs at your heart a little bit, and at the end. So I mean,
multiple people have told me it's because of that last scene. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
On,
you can't judge
that
a
last
movie out.
Really good, and the movie as a whole is really good. But you can't say one movie is way better than another because of one 2-minute scene that's not even like that crazy. Like, come on.
I don't know, man. I hate Titanic because that bitch didn't let him on the little door. So,
well, that's like saying The Sopranos was a great show, but I didn't like it because of the ending.
No, you're right. I don't think it's I don't judge the whole show, but the ending can leave a lasting impression on you.
The Usual Suspects is one of my favorite movies of all time, and a lot of that has to do with that last scene. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's a good point. We need an intro for this if this continues. And I changed it a little bit for this segment because I feel like we're going to run out eventually of dumb shit we do as kids.
Yeah. So I was thinking that too.
Yeah. So kids or adults do dumb things. Yeah. And you've been saying stuff when you were 17, 18?
17-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
17-ish.
And like always, we put one word to describe the situation, like a hint. Chase's is MMBC.
Yep.
Kevin is vanish. And Jason is yarn.
Yarn?
Yarn.
I didn't even look at yours.
Shows how much research he does before the show.
That's okay. I did mine after. I think the first person that did it was Kevin because I remember seeing vanish. And then I think it was you, Chase, and then me that put the hints. So let's go with Kevin's.
So I used to live in a long story. Yeah, right. Buckle in, folks. We used to live in the military housing, and I don't know why I just told you that. It wasn't like an apartment complex or anything. It was houses, but it was all where I guess it's discounted for military families or whatever. But So I became friends with two kids that live there. Two guys. That's weird. And my parents went over to their parents' house because they were friends with them as well. This is my friend Stephen Henry. And so they left the kids at the house. We were kind of like at that age where, we could be left alone. Bad idea. So long story short, my mom used to put sweet and low in her tea. And we decided to take all these sweet and low packets and rip them open, stick them in our hand, and do like a ninja vanish. And so we like throw it up in the air, and then we started like sticking in our dumping them all in our hands, and then blowing them at each other. Next thing you know, there is sweet and low all over this fucking house. My mom walks in. There's like 100 sweet and low packets that have been opened. They're just sweet and low everywhere. It's just like, what the, But it was really dumb at the time. And I'm thinking as a parent myself, I'm just like, if my kids ever did that, I mean, just the cleanup process alone, like you'll never get all this crap out of here. It was like in the carpet, like
Oh God.
sweet and sweet and low. I'm sure it gets sticky over time.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
Why inside? I just would have went outside. I know as a kid I would have just went outside like right away with all that.
I think it was like an in the moment thing, and we weren't really thinking, to be honest with you.
It's harder to vanish outside too.
Yeah, Ninja Vanish. Oh, that's a Ninja Turtle reference, by the way.
All I'm picturing is that I don't know if it's a meme or a video of there's like two little kids, and there's like flour from all over the kitchen, and there's just two kids like sitting down, and they're staring at mom like, what happened?
It was like that, not quite to the flour extreme, but yes.
Nice. Chase, give me this MMBC.
So MMBC stands for Mike Martin Baseball Camp. As a kid, I used to go to a lot of summer camps, Mike Martin Baseball Camp, Leon Basketball Camp, a couple football camps, Camp Indian Springs. I'm annoying and a dick, so my parents were like, let's get him out of the house as much as possible. So Mike Martin Baseball Camp, you could either do like the day camp where you just went for the day, or you could do the overnight camp where you like stay in like the baseball dorms for the entire week. And I convinced my parents to let me do the overnight camp with two of my friends, Bates and another friend. And that was a huge mistake. We just went ham on everything. Like, it was really like our first time, like, quote unquote, living alone. So like we took full advantage of that. I mean, we ordered like pizzas every night, and I'm not a big pizza fan, but Pizza Hut had just released that stuffed crust pizza.
So we had to get it.
Yeah, we had it too. We ordered like way too many pizzas. And so anyways, we ended up having to have 3 different rooms because the first room, I don't know which one of us did it or how we did it, but we ended up like backing up the toilet and like flooding our room and another room. So we had to switch rooms. And then the second room we go into, we're hanging out in the little dorm room, and we see like a fly or something flying. And I don't remember if it was me or Bates, but we were like, oh, let's kill the fly. So like we went to swat the fly with our hand, and it was on the window. And it turns out it was on the outside of the window, first of all. And when we slap the window, we knock out like a couple of the panes, and we're on like the 3rd story, and it falls all the way down to the ground and like shatters. There's people like,
God.
Yeah, there's people down there at the pool, and it like shatters all around them. We're like, oh shit. So we had to change.
Kill somebody.
Yeah, no, we could have. I mean, it's not like we were trying to, but we're dumb kids, man. That's kind of the point of this, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. So we had to change rooms, and we had to pay for the broken window. So
of course,
you mean your parents?
Yeah, obviously. They also paid for the 15 pizzas we ordered.
Jeez,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture him out there doing baseball drills on a fucking stomach of pizza all day.
No, it's not great. Yeah. So I think that's the last time I was allowed to do the overnight camp at Mike Martin. From then on, it was just the day camp.
Damn.
Yeah.
Your dad hates you, man.
I wonder
For
if
good reason.
Yeah.
Mike Martin himself remembers this story.
There's no way.
No,
I don't know, man.
There's
I
got to
don't know.
come on. At this overnight camp, I'm sure there's worse stories than that. Like there's got to be.
What's the age limit with that? I mean, is it like just teenagers or?
No, I want to say at the time we were probably like 11. So
Badass kids, man.
it's not like we tried to do this thing, man. We were just dumb.
Did you have like your parents' credit card or something?
Or
How'd
cash.
you order pizza?
I don't remember if we paid cash or I don't think we had the card. We had to be given like cash.
Ridiculous.
Spend it all in one night.
Exactly.
Dude, and we played poker. Like we took full advantage of being on our own in these like dorm rooms. I think it was Cash Hall, I think is what it was. Do y'all know where that is? No?
I'm not familiar with it, but you know,
Okay. It's
I'm
like
sure
right across the
it's
street.
on campus.
It's like right across the street from campus. Like I think there's a couple churches there, like near where not where Moe's is, a little further down the road, closer to campus. But
So let me see if I don't butcher this. I want to say it because I don't know if a lot of people saw this on Facebook. Your dad's response to your party last week
Oh yeah,
is pretty epic. So you had, I didn't know it was a New Year's Eve party.
it was.
yeah. They go out of town most years for
So
Christmas.
quick story, if you didn't listen to last episode, Chase goes on about this epic party and about how he got caught because his dad saw all these pictures turned over.
Yes.
So Chase's dad went on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and wrote a little story about that. So let me read it real quick. Upside down pictures were not the only telltale that Chase had hosted a party. For example, the dishwasher had been run when it was only a quarter full, and I would have sworn he didn't even know how to turn the thing on.
I didn't.
I could tell the hot tub had been used. There was an empty condom wrapper on the floor in the spare bedroom, and a girl's skirt bunched up in a corner. I found an empty aerosol can of whipped cream, which had come from my refrigerator half under the bed, and dried whipped cream spattered on the floor and dresser. Someone had broken into our house a month ago, he said, and stole a lot of stuff, but I actually felt more violated by the partygoers than the burglar. After all, the burglar was just doing his business. He caused minimal damage, did what he came to do, didn't trash the place, and left. He didn't horse around in my hot tub, didn't screw in my bed, and didn't use up all the whipped cream. What pissed me off the most was that Chase's New Year's Eve bash was probably the wildest party ever held in my house, and he wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mentioned that to my dad last Sunday after we recorded. I was like, oh, yeah, we talked about the party. And he was like, I think I sent an email to a friend right after that happened. Let me pull it up. And he read me that email.
Oh, so that was an email to his friend.
Yeah, he left out a lot what he posted on Facebook. Yeah, he emailed his friend about like just catching up. It's like an old high school friend, and they were just catching up. And he was like, oh, by the way, like Chase did this. So
That's awesome.
Dude, next time you have a party like that, like, think I get an invite, bro? I mean,
hey, man,
we didn't know each other.
I didn't think
was this an orgy or was it a New Year's Eve party? Like, which one was it?
It was
Because
a New Year's Eve party.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was pretty epic. I remember at the beginning of the night, like, you know, trying to be like, oh, be careful. Like, don't do that. Don't. And then by the time, like, it was, you know, close to midnight, I was like, fuck it. I mean, I'm so
too late.
screwed anyway.
That's awesome. I'll do mine real quick. My hint was yarn. So there was a vacant house next to my friend's place in the neighborhood. We were bored one random night, and they emptied out the house and left all their trash in front of the house. For some weird reason, they were yarn fetish or just sewed a lot. They had yarn everywhere. So we had this really cool fucking idea. I don't know what movie we watched or what, but we thought it'd be cool to line yarn across the streets from house to house across the entire neighborhood.
What?
So let me paint you the picture of what I'm saying. So let's say there's a house on one side of the street and another house on the other side of the street. We would connect those houses with that yarn. We kept doing it, and no one gave a shit that night. And then eventually someone drove their car through the yarn and freaked the fuck out on us and called the cops and were like, they're setting up these booby traps and you need to come. And it's like ridiculous. So like 2 or 3 cops come. They think they're like showing up to some kind of like, I don't know what they think they're showing up to. And we all get written arrest. We're like 15 years old. All that basically is go home. And if we see your name on something again, we will tell your parents or something like that. But I remember being laid across like a garage and they were frisking us and they gave us like little code names. Like, I don't know cop lingo. Chase might know it a little bit better, but it was like, they were saying, they were spelling our names in like that, like alpha, omega, that kind of stuff.
I know that better. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. But
I don't know. Your dad's a lawyer. I just feel like you've been in trouble a lot. I just thought it.
Well, come on now.
All I remember is they were spelling my name in that description, and I just started laughing my ass off. The cop was not happy with me on that point, and so my other friend, who I haven't seen in like 30 years, starts crying, and he starts ranting about one thing, and it's, my dad told me to be a leader. I'm not being a leader. I need to be a leader. And I'm just dying on the other side. I cannot take it anymore. But yeah, that was.
I need to be a leader.
He just kept saying it over and over again and crying while he was saying it. I just couldn't take it.
Maybe he was a leader, just like in a negative way.
He was like, I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I'm a leader. I was like, it's yarn. Who gives a shit?
Follow the yarn.
Yeah.
I think probably what made you laugh was whatever word he used to start your name with J had to be hilarious.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it was.
Yeah, it was the J, and I want to say it was the pain, like something with P. I don't know if it was like Penelope or something.
It's like Jericho. You're like, what?
Yeah. I was like, that's a badass name. I want that. Like, keep me there. All right, cool. Move on to this bad boy. Let's see if this little intro works out.
It's time for Would You Rather? 2 choices. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Which one would you rather?
It's weird when I hear you and not hear you talk. Does that make sense?
Nope.
That was a gentle guitar riff there.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. So because I suck at pulling these, we actually got a few back from social media, and I pulled one, and I can't figure out if it was either Allie or Andy because they were talking about it a little bit. These are friends from college. We all went to college with. Their would you rather would be eat chocolate that tastes like poop, or poop that tastes like chocolate.
Okay.
That's so fucking obvious.
Is it?
Start us then, Kevin.
I mean, I'm not eating shit, okay?
Yep.
So, I mean, if it tastes like chocolate, then that's not shit.
It is shit. It's coming out of an asshole, but it tastes like shit.
I'm not eating it directly out of somebody's asshole. Like,
No. But that person took a shit and it tastes like chocolate.
Perfect.
It's shit. It's little shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or
same
you're going to take like...
Same like a chocolate whipping cream on top of a cake. Yeah, whatever. It looks like shit.
It's not. No, it's not. Looks like shit. It is shit.
That's fine. It's not shit. It's chocolate because when you put it in your mouth and you eat it, it's fucking chocolate.
He just said it's actual shit.
That's fine. It's not though, because when you eat it, it's chocolate. That doesn't mean that it's shit.
All right, so let me give you an example. When you eat a jelly bean and that jelly bean is grass, are you eating grass or are you eating a jelly bean?
I mean, I understand what you're saying here, but this is a different situation. We're talking about shit.
Are you telling yourself mentally that it's not shit? Is this what you're doing to like help you like deal with it?
It's nothing to deal with. I mean, I'm not about to eat chocolate that it tastes like shit. It's all about taste. Close your eyes, put it in your mouth. Is it chocolate or is it shit? It's chocolate.
It's shit that tastes like chocolate.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. Well, I'm going to let Kevin be the shit eater, and I'm going to eat the chocolate that tastes terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
That's what I do.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding? You're going to eat shit.
No, you're the one eating shit, Kevin. How do you not get this?
No, you don't understand this.
You were the only one here that is eating shit. I'm eating chocolate that just doesn't taste very good. You're eating someone else's shit.
It tastes worse than not tasting good. Yeah. It tastes like shit.
Yep. Yep.
Because it is chocolate.
Shit. Nope. It's still chocolate. You're the one.
It's in the form of a chocolate piece, but that doesn't mean that it's not shit because
Yes,
you're
that's
biting
exactly what
into
it
it. It's fucking shit.
No, it's not. You're not getting this.
No, you're not getting this. You're fucking crazy, and it's grossing me out, to be honest with
Kevin,
you.
you are eating someone else's excrement. I am not.
Perfect. Yes. In the form.
No.
The physical form of it.
No.
Yes. I am eating somebody's excrement. Yes. When I put it in my mouth, it doesn't taste like shit. It tastes like fucking milk chocolate, and I love it.
So if you close your eyes and somebody pisses on you, do you tell yourself it's raining?
That is not even close to the same thing.
That is exactly the same thing.
I will taste urine if somebody pisses on me.
You open your mouth when it rains?
Who doesn't?
That's true. I do. A little bit sometimes.
Dude, you're eating shit?
No, you are. You are eating the shit, Kevin.
No, I'm not.
That's literally the question.
I'm going to go back to this example one more time. It's the exact, what we are doing is we're eating a jelly bean that tastes like something, and we're fine with that. You're eating something that just came out of a butthole that tastes like chocolate.
Yep.
That's what you were doing.
I'd rather eat the grass that tastes like a jelly bean. I'm fine with that.
All right. But then don't tell me I'm eating shit because
you are eating shit because when you put it in your mouth and you, all right, what are you tasting when you bite down? What are you tasting?
Well, I've never tasted shit before, so I'm tasting.
Well, you will. By God, it's about to happen.
No, we're not.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm tasting something gross.
Yeah.
What is the gross taste?
I don't know. I've never tasted shit, so it just tastes gross.
Something's wrong with you.
I'm eating Andalette sausage. Okay, I can handle that.
I can handle.
There might have been shit in that sausage.
There probably was.
All right, so there's obviously one thing that came from this. Good job, Allie and Andy. We got them to disagree.
Also, we said the word shit like 75.
We did. That's the most I've ever said the word shit in my life.
Well, I came out saying poop, thinking like we just keep saying poop, and I'm like, no, we're gonna go right into shit.
We didn't. Yeah, no. This is the most cussing this episode's ever had, and it was all in a 2-minute period.
That was awesome.
I'm still mind blown. I'm
mind blown too. You're eating someone else's shit. What if you watched them do it first and then you still ate it? Would you still do it?
Bro, you're eating shit.
No, if you watched Jason take a crap into a cup and then ate.
If somebody was like, okay, you watch Jason take a crap, that's chocolate coming out of his asshole.
No, it's not though. It's not. It just tastes like chocolate.
Yeah. It's not coming out in a form of like a Hershey bar.
It doesn't taste like chocolate because it is chocolate.
No.
If you stick it in your mouth and it's chocolate.
That's what you're not getting. It is still shit. It just tastes like chocolate.
No, it is in the form of shit.
No, you're not getting the question.
No, you're not getting the question because it is actual shit. If you eat it and it tastes like shit, not like shit because it is shit.
No.
Before we move on, I will tell you this. Andy is siding with Chase, actually, and Allie sides with Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Amen, girl.
One more question. I want to know, Kevin, if you literally watched Jason take a shit into a cup, knowing it would taste like chocolate. It's not chocolate. Stop saying it is, because it came out of his asshole. Would you eat it?
If I had the choice, like I do right now, like you're giving me the choice, yes, I would eat it.
Even after watching him just shit into a cup.
Basically, all right, this is the way I see it. The answer is yes, by the way. If somebody was like, all right, we got these little beautifully cubed forms of shit, and they look like little pieces of Hershey's, the Hershey's chocolate bar, but you can't really tell because it's in this cute little form of a chocolate. So when you eat it, it may change your mind a little bit. You might be like, oh, am I eating chocolate or am I eating shit? No. Or you can have this, blob of crap that just came out of somebody's asshole, but it tastes like fucking fantastic milk chocolatey goodness. I'm not gonna eat shit.
You are though. That's
I'm not
literally
eating.
what
All
you're
right,
doing.
let me change what I'm saying. I'm not going to eat something that tastes like shit.
Okay, that's better.
That's good. We're gonna move
Yeah.
on, and we're gonna do probably our favorite little segment, and it's fill in the blank.
It's time for fill in the blank. 3 blanks. 1 answer. 2 guys. Wait, 1 answer? There's 2 of us. Why is there only 1 answer? Who's answering? I don't get it. Fuck it.
Let's see if we can go through this round a little bit faster than our
That's my bad.
shit
That's
round.
my bad.
Chase,
no, it's
Chase's shit
this is
eating
what
round.
happens. All right, so worst or weirdest Christmas gift is blank.
This one was tough for me. I'm gonna go, especially since we've already talked about it on previous episodes. I lose my socks a lot for really weird reasons. So for a long time, like when I would go to my parents' house, I would kind of just take some of my dad's socks. So one Christmas, he got me like 2 giant pairs of socks and was like, please stop stealing my socks. Here's 2 giant packets of socks. But I'm like, I mean, I was already getting them for free, you know, from your sock chest. So I don't really need 2 packets of socks.
Yeah. You could have just put them in your sock drawer, and
Yeah,
I'll get to them
just,
eventually.
you know, when I come over, I'll just grab a couple. So yeah, 2 like enormous packets of socks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you just give him those back and then just take his old ones?
No, I didn't.
You should have like half and halved it. Like give him half because you're like, I'm gonna come back. So
I think the next year I got him a packet of socks though, and then proceeded to take like half of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
So my grandpa is passionate about the Green Bay Packers as much as I am, maybe more, which is saying a lot because you guys know my love for the Green Bay Packers. With that being said, he knows how much I love the Packers. So every Christmas I get hyped when he sends gifts because I'm like, this is when I'm about to get some Packer gear. It's about to go down. This is awesome because he always, he lives in Wisconsin, so he gets all the good shit. Unlike down here in Florida where you got to like scavenge the area, which doesn't happen anymore because you have Amazon. But anyways, so I see the present from Grandma and Grandpa. I'm hyped. I open it up. It's the ugliest Packers shirt you've ever seen in your life. I posted it on our Facebook. I forgot that I'd probably be talking about this, but it's like green and yellow stripe, like long sleeve, almost like a rugby polo shirt. Like, and I mean, it's the most hideous thing I've ever seen. And like, as soon as I opened it, I was just like, it was such a letdown because I was so hyped about getting that.
So that
and
adds
then
more to it.
Yeah. I seriously like put it in my drawer and never wore it. Obviously, I called my grandpa. I was like, thanks so much for the gift. I love you so much, But yeah.
I like the sweater. I saw it and I actually dig it. I think you should wear it every time we wear the
I don't have it anymore. So if you want to buy me, obviously I got rid of it. What? Wait,
Why
what?
did you get rid of it?
Hello? Do you keep clothes you don't wear?
If it's something like that iconic, I would have kept it. I think you're a dick.
Iconic?
Yeah, that was an iconic when I saw the picture, when you had the picture on you, I thought, I was like, okay, he has it on him. You own it. So I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it too.
What the hell is wrong with you guys?
I don't know, man. It's definitely different, and it's definitely not something I would wear all the time. But
yeah,
or ever.
On game day? No, I wear it on game day somewhere for sure. But I'm not a jersey guy, so that's just like kind of things I would wear. So nice.
Apparently, it's the Jason sucks off Chase show today, huh?
Love
you
it.
guys are just agreeing on everything, huh?
Agrees with me.
Disagree. I didn't agree with him on Inception. I agreed with you.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's big facts. Actually, my bad.
Yeah. My bad.
Don't get mad because someone's finally agreeing with me over you.
That's true.
Yeah. Last time you cried, Kevin.
It's really depressing. I don't really want to talk about it, but you ever have those dreams that feel so real? And obviously, like So I had a dream that Lily died.
Nope.
I don't. Yeah, bro. Like it. I mean, you've cried in your sleep before, right? Have you done that?
I don't think so.
You've never
I
woken
don't
up
know.
with actual tears?
I don't think so.
No.
I've done that many times. Is that weird? Is that a no?
No.
No, I don't think so. I just don't think I've done it.
So Lily, my dog, is my firstborn child. She is. I mean, we are all. One thing we all have in common as a group is we're all dog lovers.
Yep.
And when we get together, it's like a dog pound. To be honest with you, like
It's chaotic.
It's 1,000 dogs running around. So Lily's like a child to me. And if I ever lost her, which I will one day, and I don't want to think about it, it's gonna be really hard. So that dream really, I mean, I was crying. I woke up in tears.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Did you go hug her? You go find her?
Oh hell yeah! You already know that. I was like, come here.
I'm like tearing up listening to the story.
I'm tearing up telling the story,
Yeah.
bro.
Let's just stop because this question's about to turn into right now. So
Ooh.
it's literally the answer to this question is about to be right this second. So, I've already talked about the last time I cried. So instead, I'm going to talk about a different time I cried about 8 years ago.
Wait, remind me the last time.
It was the FSU tailgate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
It's actually like 8.5 years ago.
Wait, are you saying that you haven't cried before? Okay, all right, I got you.
I cried at the tailgate, which was in April. So I'm now.
Yeah, but then before that, it was 8 years ago?
No, I'm just talking about a different time that I cried.
Heard.
Yes. And it was about 8.5 years ago. We were all together, actually, at a beach house. And we had been drinking all day, excessively.
I have a giant smile on my face.
Yeah. And Kevin and I decided to have a little heart-to-heart.
We went at it.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked about what we said. I don't think we need to, but
that's not necessary. No.
We talked for a while, and I remember like a couple times we were out on the back porch. Mary like walked out and like just like looked at us, and I was like, "Why the fuck are y'all out here crying together? Like, this is weird." And like walked back inside. That was an interesting weekend in general. There's a lot of tears and yeah.
That was obviously
we've talked about this night a few times. Remember the whiskey and you eating it and falling in your puke? We talked about it in a previous episode.
Did you say that I eat the whiskey?
No, you ate it like you puked and then ate you like you
not
fell
the puke
down.
though, unless it's flavored like chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No crickets on that one.
Same thing.
Yeah.
No crickets on that one.
No. Yeah, that was a really interesting weekend. And to cap it off by me and you like crying in a corner while everyone else is like hanging out was, yeah.
We discovered that we are a lot alike that talk. And we talked about a lot of things that,
We were already friends at that point, but I feel like we became closer.
I agree.
So
it's not weird. It wasn't anything weird, but
no, don't make it weird, people.
Yeah.
It was just two close friends crying in a corner together. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. Extra super drunk.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, absolutely.
We started drinking at like 8 a.m. This talk happened at like 2 a.m. So
yeah.
Favorite sports team from a movie? Chase.
I was so I forgot. I guess I like skimmed through the rundown. I assumed we were going with the other fill in the blank. So I've been kind of scrambling to pick something. And this is from a movie, right? Yeah, from a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, because I had one for a TV show. It's fine. Off the top of my head, really, I'm gonna go with The Replacements. And one of the main reasons I loved that movie growing up, and one of the main reasons I love that movie so much is because they talk about how Keanu Reeves' career was ruined from playing Florida State in the Sugar Bowl.
That's awesome.
So, like, I remember watching. I mean, already I was gonna love that movie. It's a football movie, but then they add in the fact that Falco's like NFL and college career was ruined because FSU just destroyed him in a bowl game. Like, how do you beat that? So, yeah. So the
Nice.
replacements and Keanu.
What was the team? What were they called? The Capitals? No. What was it? I'm gonna look that up. Kev, give it to me.
So when we start up the show, we have to enter in our name before we come into the recording session here. So just tell them what my name is.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes. The Cleveland Indians from the movie Major League was my favorite team. It's
Great movie.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite sports movie of all time. Led by Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn. You know.
Yep.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Yep. Yes.
But
what about Serrano?
Pedro Serrano. You know, probably one of the most quotable movies.
Oh, so just a bit outside.
Nice. It was the Sentinels.
The Sentinels.
That was the Sentinels. Sentinels.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Sure.
the Sentinels.
Sure. That were for the replacements.
Washington Sentinels. Yes.
Yes. You have no marbles is the most quotable.
You have no marbles.
That was the second
Love
one.
it.
Right?
I also yes, that was
because it's a Japanese guy.
I also love where he's like you should be praying to Jesus Christ. He's like, oh yes, Christ, I know him well. He no help with curveball. You try to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Greatest quote of all time. You try to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
That's such a good movie.
One of the rare times that a sequel was pretty good too.
It was pretty good, yeah. The third one, not so much.
Yeah,
I still watched it, but it was pretty bad. Major League's Back to the Minors was the name.
Back to the Minors.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And yet I watched it like 5 times. So
you were like trying to make it work. You're like, come on.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe the 5th time it won't suck.
Just be as good.
It still sucked though. Yeah.
Trivia.
Trivia.
The question is, how many people died in the entire series of Breaking Bad?
The entire series.
Like shown to die?
There's one number, but they don't really go into detail. Like if they're shown, it's probably explained or said. I don't know if they ever I know some of them wasn't shown, but it was implied.
And we're talking major and minor characters, right?
Yeah, any character on the show.
Okay.
And you might have never seen that character, or they would have just said maybe like something happened and so many people died, that kind of thing.
Oh,
so
wow. Okay.
Yeah. And the only rule is there's no over or under, so whoever's closer to the number. I hate that.
I feel like I'm going to be way off, but okay.
You might be.
Yeah,
you might be.
I will.
I'm trying to think of a number in my head. I'm gonna go with 122.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm going to be so far off. Holy shit. Man, maybe I just haven't seen Breaking Bad in so long. I thought it was way less than that. Oh shit. Now I'm like rethinking my answer.
Don't rethink your answer. Just go with it. I'm probably off.
I'm going to say 13.
13.
Yeah.
Kev wins by far.
Yeah.
It's 269.
Holy shit.
Because
yes.
I think that there was a no, I think wasn't there like a plane explosion?
Yes. Remember it was the I'm bad with the characters' names, but the girl that ODs, her dad was an air traffic controller. And remember, like that all goes down.
That's
right.
That's why I went high. That's why I
forgot about that.
Yeah. It was something like 100 and so people died in just that. But let alone if you just take that away, there's still over 100 people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was trying to picture all the things. I'm like, man, like as far as like stuff was shown, it wasn't that many.
You remember also when he went to visit the one boss and exploded that whole building, you know?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yep.
So there, who knows how many people were in there? At least like probably 10, right?
Yeah, that was embarrassing. Yeah.
There's a little chart website called The Droid You're Looking For. I don't I don't know what this is. It's just a big nerd blog, but he has an entire like periodic table of all the deaths.
That's
and stuff
awesome.
Like that.
I'll actually,
Awesome.
you
Yeah.
can just forward that link to me. I'd love to look at that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Also, my favorite show of all time, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's top 5 for me. So
Yeah. Still haven't finished it.
Jesus Christ. Are you on the last episode?
Now I have like 4 episodes of the last season.
Let's stop the show right now so Jason can go and watch the last 4 episodes.
I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and watch like a big
recap.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like 2 years since I like watched it.
I've done that, like with Weeds. Like I'm like I need to finish Weeds.
Weeds lost me when she like started dating that like Mexican cartel guy. That lost me.
That's about when I stopped too. A little bit after that.
Me too.
That lost me.
Me too. All right, so random question of the week. We didn't do one last one. We got a little overtime. So this one is Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster, which is more likely real, and you have to choose one. I'm excited to hear what Kevin is because I feel like Chase believes in weird, like supernatural shit.
I do.
Kev.
I mean, the only reason that I'm picking Bigfoot, and I'm picking Bigfoot, you got all these shows and everything of these people hunting Bigfoot down. I mean, they're never successful, obviously. Yeah. And I don't believe that, like, you see that one iconic picture of Bigfoot where he kind of like looks over at the camera as he's like walking by with his arms to his side. I don't think that that's really Bigfoot either, but I think that I think the thought of Bigfoot existing is more realistic than a fucking dinosaur that's been alive for thousands of millions of years. Like, come on, how is this thing still alive?
Are you so you're thinking Bigfoot is just one person? Like, there's not many Bigfoots.
No,
out
there's
there,
many
it's just
Bigfoots. I'm
one?
saying, yeah.
I think the Loch Ness Monster is just
the
one thing.
likeliness of that, yeah. But Loch Ness Monster, there's no way like that. All right, even if like when that picture was taken, the iconic picture of the Loch Ness Monster was taken, I don't know when it was, probably like 50s, 60s, 40s, something like that, right?
Sure. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was right then, like we're talking about back to the fucking Jurassic period that thing existed. There's no way that thing is still around.
Why does it have to be back to the Jurassic period? Why couldn't it?
Okay, it doesn't even matter when fucking period. It's a goddamn dinosaur.
Well, we got alligators.
Yeah.
You think it's that there's multiple ones of these things?
I think it could have been over time. Yeah.
Same with Bigfoot. I think if there could be multiple Bigfoots, there could be multiple Loch Ness. I think there could be like a family chilling down there, like having a good old time.
I guess.
So I honestly think either one could be real. Now, not necessarily to the extent that people like believe, like, or even that the Loch Ness Monster is some giant dinosaur. I think it could be just a really big creature of the water that we hadn't discovered yet. I mean, there's so much, especially in water, that we haven't discovered just because.
For sure.
So, I mean, I love watching, like, have you ever seen that show Life or like, Planet Earth or
Yeah.
Those are, I find those, especially the ones on the ocean, I find super interesting.
Right.
So I'm going to go with the Loch Ness Monster just because of the fact that there's so much in water we haven't discovered. That I could.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at like those shows, like the creatures that live like way down in the bottom of the ocean, the deep sea, like those are creepy as shit.
Dude, they're awesome.
That fish. The first one that comes to mind is that fish with that little light bulb above his head.
Oh my god, that's so amazing, right?
Right. And it's just there to like capture like the dumbass fish. You're like, oh, there's a pretty light. Let's go to it.
Bro,
and then it's awesome.
I love that stuff.
I do too.
When I lived in Oregon, Bigfoot was huge up there.
Yeah, so that's right. It is big in Oregon. Yeah,
it's huge. Or Oregon and Washington.
You should have went on a Bigfoot hunt.
I definitely went on the Bigfoot hikes. There's a lot of hikes that are like, oh, this was seen in so-and-so year, blah, blah, blah. But, dude, there's a lot of woods out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit out there. I'll give you that, but there's so much more ocean. So the reason why I think there's more likelihood of a Loch Ness is because there's just so much fucking ocean that we haven't discovered.
What is that
versus
Loch Ness
the
in
land.
freshwater? It's
Is it?
Scotland,
Yeah, I
right?
think
I thought it
so.
was like in a.
It's in like a
Yeah, it's in
lake, isn't it?
Scotland, isn't it? Which
Oh,
is
I
Scotland.
thought it was connected to an
it
ocean.
might
Oh, you
be.
might
I
be
don't
right.
know. It's a good question.
Let's find out. But if it's only in fresh water, no, wait, yep, it's in this. Wait, this was in Scotland. Didn't you visit
No,
Scotland, Chase?
No, I
Uh-oh.
want to. I went to Ireland and London.
Scotland just sounds
No,
cool.
Scotland's on my list. It's on like a top 5 list, honestly.
Gotcha. If this is correct, the ocean or not the ocean, the body of water is called Loch Ness. So I don't know if I just Googled it real quick, so I could be wrong. So if this is the location, but it is connected to a very thin river that goes and bleeds into.
Okay, so it could be both. It could be
the
both.
ocean. Yeah, but I mean this waterway looks small as shit. So if if this little big ass dinosaur is traveling down this little waterway, it's going to be seen.
There's so much we don't know about Nessie, though. So
Yeah.
You seen that some people think that it's like a elephant's trunk? That picture?
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. They're like, I guess when like, sometimes if elephants like move long distances, like they'll go through water and they can breathe through the trunk. So they'll stick it out of the top of the water and kind of swim, I guess. I don't know.
Talking about this
cool.
reminds me of that
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother episode with Marshall reading the bedtime story to his kids, where he's like, and on June 17th, Jim Johnson saw Bigfoot. Granted, he had just been laid off, and he was a raging alcoholic who needed to replace his glasses but hadn't yet. Like, sorry, that cracks me up every time.
I love that show.
That's another show I haven't finished.
I can't deal with you, man. Like, honestly, I feel like you get to the last like episodes and then you're just like, I don't want it to be over.
That's exactly it. And then I kind of forget about the show,
Yeah, and then
I never get back
once
to
you forget about the show, you're like, well, I don't want to go back and try to recap everything, so I'm just gonna let it be.
Ridiculous, man. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, it's a shit show.
You need closure in your life.
Really bad with commitment, apparently.
Said the married guy.
Well, I mean, that's my biggest commitment, and then everything else is downhill.
Emily's loving
Yeah.
hearing that, I'm sure.
She's throwing dishes in the background right now. Are you fucking kidding me? I think it's time. We actually got to it pretty quick.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Every time I hear that, I pretend like I'm the one yelling "rar" really loud.
Every time I hear that, it pisses me off because if you've seen,
Stop.
Nah, I'm not. Gonna
Was it
do
a spoiler?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I don't know if y'all looked at the doc yesterday or the day before. I changed this rant. I had a different one on, like, ready to go, and then I went to Publix yesterday, and I was like, nope, switching it up.
You need to stay away from.
No, I
Publix.
love Publix, man. I love Publix. I mean, yeah, just not some of the people at Publix. So I'm amending a rant that it was one of the first rants I ever did. It might have been the second rant I ever did, which was and I don't think it even made an episode. It was the preseason episode talking about people who go on the 10 items or less line and have more than 10 items. This one's a little different though. It's more specific. So I was at Publix yesterday and it was like the busiest I've ever seen that Publix. It was like a shit show of all my rants put together. I mean, like, we literally could have gone down the list and checked off every rant I've done happened at Publix yesterday. I mean, people taking forever to get out of their cars despite it being slammed. Shopping carts just everywhere, man, but in the shopping cart retrieval place. I was like, fuck it, I'm not dealing with this shit show. I just went and parked in the very back, which was still almost taken. Walk up front, I just had like 8 items I needed. I grabbed them. I go to the 10 items or less line, and there's this fucking woman. First of all, has like 20 items. I'm like, already I'm shaking my head. I'm like, come on. So she's already got 20 fucking items, and like 13 of them are gift cards, and it's the type of gift cards that you have to add money on. And then on top of that, the other 7 items, she has 7 coupons for. I'm like, what? The point of the 10 items or less line is if you only have a couple items, you can get in and out real quick. You don't have to, wait for an hour and a half for 100 items. And this chick took so long, I might as well have just gone in any other line and I would have been fine. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You can't go in the 10 items or less line with 20 items to begin with, 7 coupons, a bunch of gift cards that you have to pre-balance. How much you want on this gift card? Let's see. Is that the Home Depot one? Yeah, Brenda, it's the Home Depot one.
Yeah, Brenda.
I think on the Home Depot one, I think Dave said he wanted 20. Maybe I should call Dave. I'm like, get out. Oh, dude, I was like, I'm sitting there just fuming. I was like, are you Brenda? Get the hell out of this line. Go to your car before I murder someone in Publix. Oh, God.
Do you go to Publix in Cologne? Like that one there?
I go to the Thomasville one.
Dude, I feel like I don't have these problems at Publix. Like, I don't understand. I walk into Publix, I get something, I find the shortest line. If there is even a line,
the only
bro.
One in this line. Every other place was really full. For some reason, yesterday, Publix was slammed. It is, I'm not exaggerating when I say it's the most slammed I've ever seen that parking lot. I don't know what was so special, or maybe I just wanted a bad time. I don't know.
I'm gonna give you a little Publix tips and trick too. You can go to that customer service and check out if you only got a couple.
Yeah,
items.
I had like 8 items.
Yeah, you don't want to like overdo it, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll have to rant on myself.
Yeah, or somebody's gonna rant on
yeah,
you.
They're like, this dick. He went to customer service with 8 items.
I feel like the card should have gone to the customer service.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. I was gonna say that too.
Dude, I was just like, Brenda, come on, man.
Fucking Brenda.
What about the Best Buy one? Oh, the Best Buy one. Let's put 20 on. Let's put 20 on Best Buy. You know what? Let's splurge. We'll put 30. I'm like,
did you ever have like eye contact with Publix like cashier?
So that's a good question. After the woman left, the Publix cashier definitely had a look on her face like, oh my God, dude.
Thank God that's over.
Yeah, I mean, because she's like, oh, and I need the receipts for all those too.
Is she Minnesota?
I don't know. I just assume.
She is now.
Yeah.
She like breaks out her checkbook to write.
Oh, dude, I'm not joking. I thought she was going to do that. I was going to be like, nope, you're done. Leave.
I can see Chase grab the checkbook and just throw it. Get the fuck out. We're done.
You get nothing now, Brenda.
Fuck your gift cards. All right, I can give you that one. It probably pissed me off.
Dude,
I would have just moved or just.
It was bad, man. I should have looked and seen the gift cards, but like they're kind of like in front of the other or like behind the other grocery. I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking.
Stay away from Publix, bro.
I love
you need
Publix,
to choose a
man.
new.
I
know you do. I know. Well, then you need to start shopping at a different time.
Apparently, man.
Or just drink before you go.
I think that's frowned upon, but
No, not at all. Not at all.
when you're driving, I think it might.
It's drinking while you're driving. You can drink before you drive.
Okay.
Just Uber there.
Yeah. Chase shows up drunk. Ah, shit, it's him again.
You know what, young lady? Do you want to go to timeout? All right, 1, 2, 3. It's time for dad tips.
Get your game face on. Get your game face on, 'cause I'm coming to play, boy.
I think that I literally said those words this morning. Like as I was saying them, I was like, I feel like I'm about to do my dad tip. Just an easy little dad tip today. I feel like I say that every dad tip, by the way. If you have, well, even if you don't have more than one kid, I have 2 kids, and it is very important to to make sure that they have their own individual time with each parent. Sometimes one kid spends more time with another parent or one or the other, but make sure that you're giving a certain amount of time, like go on a little dad date or a little mommy date with one of your kids. If you have one kid, I think it's best to like do the same thing, because you don't want that kid to start to not like, you want to be the cool parent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be the cool dad, so like I want to go have a good time and go to a movie or, go to dinner or something. And then she'll be like, I want to do that with daddy. Daddy's awesome, So make sure that, and it's important too, because you don't want to like I know Erica spends a lot of time with Avery because they drive back and forth to school together. Sometimes Erica's just like, you just got to take her, get her out of here. Like I can't right now. Like I'm just like, all right, let's go. So it's important to spend that individual time together though.
Do you and Erica find yourself competing like to be the cool parent?
I mean, it's pretty much a done deal. Anyways, I'm the badass parent of the situation. So,
if I were to bring in Erica, would she say the same thing about herself? Or would she be like, no, it's Kev?
I don't know, man. I think she might go with me.
Really?
I think, yeah, I think so. Just because, she does a lot of, she does a lot more disciplining than I do, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't see that.
I mean, maybe not, though. I don't know.
I mean, Kevin is laid back, chill.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of times where I'm just like, well, just calm down. Like, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm talking to Erica. Like, what are you mad at her about?
Basically what you do to Chase every show.
Every show. Yeah. And then I get called a liar every show.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Kevin, I've seen the other side of Kevin a lot. The not chill side.
I mean, everybody gets angry every now and again. I'm not saying that.
More than every now and again.
Okay.
Especially if we have the the alcohol.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, you mix alcohol, and then, as you know, we are good friends, but we also disagree on a lot of things as well. Hence the show. Yeah. Hence the idea of the show in general.
Yeah.
So shit gets heated, bro.
Last night at Lindsay and Andrew's house warming party, when Jose walked in, me and Chris just both started going, woo, everybody put your drinks down. Alcohol police is here.
Yeah. Jose is the notorious alcohol police. You better watch out.
I don't he's never been that way. It was like 2 New Year's Eve parties ago, or was that last year? No, it was last year. And then ever since then, he kind of sits back and tries to make sure everyone's safe and secure and not too drunk.
It's not bad to have a friend do that, though.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little overboard, but it's appreciated, but can get annoying.
Oh man, we were talking about that night though. He's like, "Why is it always me trying to get drunk Kevin into the back of a car?"
One time, I feel like he's done that.
It's not one time.
I don't know. So
he did it during. We did a pub crawl.
Was that the Orlando City one?
Yeah, with the Orlando City soccer team. And he was trying to get me in the back of an Uber, and I guess I was like giving him shit about it or something. I don't know. But whatever, dude. Yeah.
I'm certainly not one to judge. That's for sure.
Stop being my father and start joining me in the festivities. I already got a dad, Jose.
It was pretty funny watching you take your shirt off and have your pants halfway down as you're running out of the house to the Uber.
It's not a party if I don't have some article of clothing off.
Accurate.
That's true.
Yep.
That is very, very true.
Yep.
Very accurate.
Yep. Can I do a quick shout out?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Go.
I just want to shout out my boy Grayson. If you look at his Facebook thing, the last 10 things he's posted has been anything cup to cup posts. He comments on all of our posts. He likes all of our posts. He has been a madman with his posting and liking and commenting. If we could get everyone to do that, man, we'd be killing it. So
thanks, Grayson. Appreciate that, dude.
Shout out Grayson. Really appreciate it.
The sharing shit helps tremendously because our circle is just so big. So if we get into someone else's circle, that'd be cool as shit.
Yep. Also a really good softball player. So
while we're giving shout outs, this is a shout out to everybody that listens to the show. And I have gone from 60 followers on Twitter to almost 160 in 1 week.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I appreciate the response. I have put a little more time into this to try to boost it up a little bit. But if you're not, go ahead and go to @Cup2Cup Show on Twitter and join the party.
All right. You pretty much like wrapped up the show.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to, but yeah.
No, that was perfect. It was good. I'm gonna get off after this and make some gingerbread houses. What are you guys gonna do?
Oh, that's cute.
I burnt my other one down after last episode.
You burnt it down?
I think I know what Chase is gonna do.
What's Chase gonna do? Watch the Liverpool game?
Exactly. Yep. Let's go. We don't ever talk about soccer on this show.
We don't. We need to toss it out there more.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Grayson's a big Lightning fan, and we have been on fire. I know you guys care. Lightning are killing it.
The lightning.
Nope.
The lightning.
One of our listeners is involved with the Lightning. So shout out to you too, Chief. Love it.
Nice.
Thanks for listening, Chief.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Hope to have you on one day.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys, keep an eye out for the Christmas movie bracket special. We'll put that out soon. Thinking probably Friday, right for the holidays.
You're gonna be editing that thing for
it's gonna be a long, probably 2-hour episode. So I think it's gonna be perfect for anybody traveling, plane, trains, automobiles, anything like that.
Look out for it, Christmas 2019.
Yeah. It's a shit show, and you can definitely tweet Kevin while you're listening to it.
There
so
you
can bitch at us for certain movies that we chose over other ones. I was trying to count. I want to say we had about 5
disagreements.
Not disagreements. What is it called? When the ranked team beats or an unranked team upsets. There we go. We had like 5 or 6 upsets like right off the beginning. So it's gonna piss people off, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna
piss me off. I'll tell you that.
We're gonna get a lot of crap about this. So
yeah,
you should, because some of your decisions were absurd. But we'll get into that.
Yeah,
there's really only one that I really regret personally. So
it's all good. All right, cool, awesome show. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.